Hi, this is Christelle Martinette, and here I have all of them. No, it's difficult to say all of them, but a number of my crystals. And I'm scrying for the full moon. It's already been starting to look beautiful these last couple of days. And what do we see here? Let's start with something solid like a ferrous stone. Well, all right, now, differently from the last full moon, the last two scrying sessions that I did, quite differently, where I saw sort of geometric patterns. Here I'm sensing and feeling a more grounded energy of some sort, even though it's very clear that the groundedness, that weight, that stability, I'll call it stability, even if the stability that we're seeing is somehow afloat. It's afloat. It's not rigidly anchored on to any perspective, any safe place. But there is, we sense the ground under our feet. We sense that there is some sort of support, and that is, helping us through this difficult time. Now, I'm seeing, and I don't know if I can include myself in this, but what I'm seeing is there is a number of us, and not a very large number. I'm seeing around the 33% that that are in between the idea of taking everything and leaving it behind, and just, let me shut this door. I've had enough of this, and the idea is between that and let me just take it a little longer, just a little longer. I'll, hold it out just a little longer. And it's almost as if we're giving ourselves ultimatum, an ultimatum. And it's an extreme reasoning process, and it doesn't seem to have any middle ground there. Now, that doesn't entail all of us, as I said, 1/3 approximately, but the others who seem to have a common element of not stability, but of satisfaction. I could say the satisfaction. Satisfaction in terms of your context, where you are and what you're doing in that context. There's several different shades of the way you consider your actual status, how far you have come and what you have achieved. And there's a side of the reasoning process that has to do with economic value and material good, and what I can put on that side of the scale. But there's the other side of it that has all to do with emotions. And a good number of us, and I'm going close to 70%, the scale just has nothing on the other side. And the reason I'm seeing is, this is citrine. The citrine is just lovely. The citrine really does bring out a lot of insight. The other side of the scale, where it seems that it's so light because there's nothing on there, it's not tipped, is because we're not concentrating on our emotions, or we're not heeding them. We're trying to even hide them, because hiding them will in some way put them off, put them on the back burner, and will not give me trouble, we're thinking. And unfortunately, it is that makes us a little unbalanced, and to the detriment of our, day in and day out workings. Even the other side of the scale, where there's our context, all our production, all our performances, all our creations, that does bear the brunt of the imbalance there. So this is the vision that I'm seeing. And however, full moon does have a very, very positive side, because it allows us to see this and allows us to see what we're missing, what we're not concentrating on, what what it would be best to concentrate on in this period, or let me go there, let me think about it at least. That's what this full moon is bringing out. Um, it's bringing the emotions up to you, and making you see them, not necessarily, making us all go into tears every day. No, it's helping us just to acknowledge them, acknowledge uh, the emotions that are there. And I see very young people, infants, really, infants, and the infant as a symbol is something new, a project, something being born, something taking off, and it's the 12th of March, okay, and the full moon here is a moon that makes you assess, that's why I'm seeing perhaps the scale, and so what, if I could summarize it, is the lack of emotional concentration, the lack of emotional content in our lives that seems to be shouting out for attention. And the children here, the young, it seems that they allow us to turn our gaze to something that is being created, even if it is in the form of the future men and women of this world, the man of the future, the women of the future, in infants and newborns. But it's promise, it gives us hope, and we can only see in an infant, in a context, we can only imagine them in a context that has promise. So this helps in some way to change the channel of our insight and our perspective. And I'm seeing that is also, for a good number of us, allowing us to actually change the way we consider our place, our personal place. Who am I in relation to that? Where am I in the scale in relation to that? What is my age telling me in relation to something new, And when things take off, when new projects are born, I'm an expert at new projects. In high school, I had a teacher pull me off to the side and said, you're brilliant. You are brilliant. You know what your problem is? You start so many things and you never finish one of them. I went home, I was crying rivers, and for the rest, and she did a good thing there, because from that time onwards, of course, there's an expression in Italian, every day a train leaves, and that's when you start a new project. And I've made a point of starting a project and finishing a project. And what's really good in terms of projects that way is, Christelle Martinette's website, the studies, the courses, everything, and the books, the books I write, and they do come. I close the book and I get it published, so I can actually see those. But what is not? It's not the finished product here that I'm seeing. It's not that, and it's not even the conception of it, the actual plan. It's the process of developing it that this full moon is calling us to develop, to go forward with. And so if we have any kind of closet project or something hidden, in a way that we've tucked away, take it out and give it some attention, give it some care, and develop it, because this is a good full moon to actually do that. And it's interesting also for me to see that it is in the development that we're being called on to create and to favor and foster onwards, because, everybody tells us, I'm told, I've read wise men say that it's not the love that is the object, the object of our desire, a man or a woman, and being together. It's the actual way you get there, the routes that you take, and the zigzag and the craziness communication, lack of communication, getting together, and no, yes I do, but no, no I can't, and the whole process in itself is a book, the meandering road to satisfaction, the meandering road to the full moon, and so it's quite particular if we, our concept of how things come to completion, be it a life, be it a project, be it a child's development or studies or your own book, the way we conceive of it tells us a lot about ourselves, and the way we go about bringing it to fruition also tells us a lot about ourselves. And like I always tell people who work with me, karma is just a matter of decisions. It's one decision after the next. If something's not working with you, take other decisions, because you create your karma. And the full moon is telling us that we can create and change and shift where we're going, who we're seeing and what we want. And I guess the message of the full moon then here is to take stock of the ongoing process and see if something, a new route or a new turn, can give us a different amount of insight, or something new bringing it our way. I hope this was of help. It's always so short, these sessions, I understand. But my internet is still so slow. I have to wait till Thursday to get the technicians to come, because I was missing some kind of cable or hookup. That means it'll be at least 10 days till I can, whip these things up. Every 10-minute video takes me an hour, and it drives me absolutely a wall. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Bye-bye, and until we scry again.